So old Joe Biden, he just gave the most divisive speech I've ever heard from a U.S. president. It was disgusting. He called half of the country essentially terrorists, people that are trying to tear down the democracy. Our constitutional republic, you mean? But I'm going to tell you the purpose behind it. What was the game theoretical calculation of making this speech? He is trying to divide America, divide us, and scare those who are considering moving to the other side, who are considering the lockdowns and the ramifications of it, and having children masked perpetually, and the mandated vaccines. They're trying to make you forget about all that and concentrate on the evil MAGA crowd, the Republicans. That is what Joe Biden is doing. Scaring the voters that they are going to be ostracized, that they are going to be demonized, perhaps investigated by the FBI or their newfound 87,000 new IRS agents. This is the goal, plain and simple. I can't imagine that in America we would have had such a speech unless they were clinging on to the reins of power and trying to ensure that they would hold that for a long period of time, perhaps ever, because what we're seeing is essentially a Marxist insurrection with all the diversity, equity, and inclusion quotas, with all of the schools teaching these principles, and they're achieving it to some degree. And I think that people are waking up, and I believe that Joe Biden is dividing America and making you scared to be on the wrong side. So it's up to you, Democratic voters, those of you who are flirting with voting red, whether or not you heed these words of fear and divisiveness that old Joe Biden, that crooked ass politician who has his hands in the cookie jar and is getting kickbacks from foreign adversaries around the world, whether or not you listen to this rhetoric and take it to heart and be scared to go over to the red wave, because they're trying to make it as slow a trickle as possible so that they can continue to hypnotize and brainwash the youth into their Marxist ideology. So what are you going to do, Dems? Are you going to sit idly by on your hands and allow the status quo to continue with this hateful rhetoric from the president and the leader of the free world? Or will you stand for truth and stand against the lockdowns, stand against masking your children, stand against 87,000 new IRS agents, inflation, and the end to the American production of oil? Or will you jump and vote for liberty? Because I can assure you the one place that you will not find it is from this hateful, divisive man and the politicians behind him.